Hey everyone, so this is my hair blow dried. Pretty crazy, very kind of horse-ish. The texture, I mean, bleaching my hair has done a lot to the texture, but I always had very horse-like hair. So does my mom, so did my grandfather. I get a lot of questions on how I do, wow, yikes, how I do curls in my hair from my straightener. I do not use a curling iron. I do not use a curling wand. Haven't been a fan of them for a long time, and I did put a lot of work on my curling iron for a long time, but not into those curls anymore. These don't start as high on your head as like a curling iron would. They give more of kind of a beachy look, a looser look. So that's what I'm going to be showing you today. Okay, so I've got my hair in some clamps, I don't know what they're called, just to kind of part it, keep the sections away from each other. And now I'm just going to start with the bottom part of my hair. I use this stuff that I got from Sally's Beyond the Zone Turn Up the Heat flat iron protection. It also kind of gives a more silky look to my hair, where that's sometimes hard to accomplish. And I use this Hot Tools straightener that I've had for a while. And I try to keep it under 400. I'm scared of using anything over 400, especially with the amount of bleach that I've put in my hair over the last few years. And yeah, so let's get started. I take my hair like this and kind of spray it a little far away, because this does make your hair kind of oily. And then I just brush it into my hair. And then I just start taking pieces. And I twirl like this. And that's how I get one of those little bouncy curls. I mean, you can take big sections, you can take smaller sections. You'll see that I don't really have a method to my madness. I kind of do 8 million different things, whatever I'm feeling at the moment. There we go. And because you're using your hands differently, you will get different curls. You might get one that's super bouncy on the left side of your head, and then one on the right side of your head that's a little more flat. I mean, you just kind of have to work with it and get it to where you want it to be. So that's that little bottom portion. I did already section off another bottom portion just to go in on a second layer, and I'm actually gonna put this up too. Go in with that heat spray. If you feel like you've gotten a little bit too much on it, just give it a second to settle. Okay, so for me, I feel like it adds a little bit of extra volume if I don't curl all one way the entire time. So I'm gonna actually curl this piece forward. Well, I'm gonna curl this layer forward. My hair is super gray today because I left a purple shampoo in while I was shaving, so it sat on my hair a little bit longer and gave more of a gray lavender tint to it. I'm gonna do this layer forward as well, since it was part of the same piece that I sectioned off. There we go. All right, I forgot I had this side to do. I throw the loose ones up in my hair and not on my vanity for whatever reason, and then I end up getting very confused why I don't have one sitting right in front of me, and that's because it's in my head. Okay. I get nervous. If you notice, I'm making a face every time I spray. I love these clips. They're like salon clips. I called them clamps earlier because I was nervous and I'm also an idiot. I love them because I was using hair ties to section my hair off, and we all know that hair ties can do a lot of damage on your hair, so I have been trying to minimize my use in hair ties, rubber bands, whatever, or specifically rubber hair ties. But during the week after my hair's been setting for a few days, I definitely will throw it up in a bun, especially as I'm getting toward the later end of the work week because I'm getting lazier and lazier. And I know that that's done a lot of damage on my hair. And I have one of the like telephone cord hair ties that a friend lent me when I needed one, and I really liked it. But when I would put my hair up, it would leave like bumps on the top of my hair from like the ridges or the spaces in between each spiral. Is anything I'm saying making any sense? I'm not entirely sure. I run my fingers through it, and I'll end up doing that at the end as well, but I do it as I'm doing my hair because I like to try to force the heat out, and I feel like if I'm running my fingers through it, won't lock all that heat in there for as long as it would if I weren't doing that. Okay, so I'm all done. I went in and touched up a few pieces because there are a few pieces that can fall flat, or like I said, depending on the way your hand's moving, one side might be bouncier, one side might be a little bit flatter. I think it's this side that tends to be a little bit bouncier, and then this side that tends to be a little bit flatter. But anyway, I took a hand mirror and I went and looked at the back of it, because some pieces can be straight back there too. I mean, you can't see the back of your head the entire time you're doing it, or at all. So took a hand mirror and just pulled out a few pieces that I had to touch up as well. So I'm going to show you the back of it. I hope you can see that okay. I hope this was helpful for you guys. I don't do stuff like this, so if you liked it, please let me know, and maybe I'll consider doing it a little bit more in the future.